Hello, Mr. Mulholland here. Today we're going to be looking at multi-part assemblies. We're going to be making a nice basic cube. First things first, we need to open up a new part, like always. When our part open, then we're going to need to start like always and enter our sketch mode, and then choose our plane. I'm just going to use the top plane. Doesn't really matter which plane you use. Now we're going to start by making a square. And I'm going to make this square 100 millimeters by 100 millimeters. Now we need to make our little tabs on our cube. Just using the line tool, and we're going to draw the two of them in, and then we are going to smart dimension it. So we want this to come out 10 millimeters. The same for the other side. Then we want to make this line 100 millimeters, and we're going to use the slash symbol to mean divide by 3. And the reason we're doing that is because a third of 100 will be 33.33 reoccurring, and this gives us a really accurate way of representing that. We'll do the same with the other side. And then we need to position on the cube our two little tabs. So we're just going to click between the two lines, one here and one here. And we're going to do the same again, so 100 divided by 3. And we're going to do the same here and here. So to measure between two different points, or to change the dimension between 2 points, you need to click on 2 lines. If I just clicked this line, it will give me that entire line. Whereas because I clicked this point and this point, it gives us the dimension between the 2 lines. Next, what we need to do is trim out what we don't need. So I'm going to use trim entities, trim the closest, and I'm just going to get rid of the bits of our cube we don't need. Then what we're going to do, boss extrude, features boss extrude, and we're going to extrude this by 10 millimeters. And there we go, that's the first part of our little cube. So we're going to control save that. That's our part made. That's all we need to make for our little box. So we're going to hit File, we're going to hit File, and we're going to hit New. And instead of a part this time, guys, we're going to click an assembly. And if we have our part open, like I do, to show you here, we can insert component and it'll automatically come up here. If we had that part closed, you would hit browse and you would have a little look through where you would find your part. So we're just going to insert component. We're going to insert our first part, which is going to be the side for our box. And just like everything else, you can have a little look around it. You can hit spacebar if you lose it and zoom into a different view. We can do lots with it. So what we need to do now is start to bring in the rest of the parts for our box. We're just going to click insert components, and I'm just going to bring in another side for the box. Now we have 2 sides for our box, but we have a big problem. We can move one about, and can't move another about, and it is facing the wrong way. Now what a lot of people try and do is they click move component, rotate component, and start doing things like this to try and get it in place, but that's not correct. What we should be doing is clicking mate button and using different types of mate to line up our parts and to get them working together. Now there's loads of different types of mate and they all sort of do similar things in a slightly different way. The most useful is probably the coincident, and that basically just means you're putting 2 points or 2 surfaces, 2 lines, whatever it is, up beside each other, 2 edges, and that will fix them 2 edges together. The other one, guys, is quite useful, is parallel, That means the two lines are parallel, or the two faces, or whatever you've chosen, will be parallel. It means they will go side by side but never touch. And perpendicular, which means the two of them will meet at right angles. For this, guys, I'm just going to use coincident. And we need to choose what faces we want touching first. So I want this face, the front face, and the side of this one to be touching. And there we go, we've got it facing the right direction now. What we need to line up is our corners. So we're going to click coincident again. Click that corner. And we are going to click the corner we want it to be lining up with, which is that one, 2. Now we just check it, so it's very nearly there. We just have one more mate to make, and that will be here to here. And that should be everything stuck together, working together, and it should not move. Whenever you're done mating each part, click the green tick, and we're ready now to bring in the rest of our components. So we're just going to move in, side for box, mate. We're going to mate this surface to this surface. We are now going to mate this edge to this edge. And then we're going to mate this face and this face. And there we go. We know that's all stuck because whenever I'm clicking on it, it's not moving. Now I have to bring in the final side, insert components, side for box. And this one's a wee bit trickier because it's upside down. Bring it in, decide what surface we want to mate first. And I think I will mate this surface to this surface in here. So we'll go mate. We'll mate this surface to this surface. And what we can do, if this happens, we can flip the direction. See this flip mate alignment? What that'll do is that'll flip it the other way. Don't worry if it goes in at a funny angle, but that means the correct faces are touching and our part is facing the right direction. Now we need to make another couple of mates to get it completely lined up. The next easiest surface to mate will probably be this surface in here and this surface here. Starts to line it up. Now we only need to make one more mate to get it completely lined up, and that will be this surface and this surface. Green tick, and we have all our mates done. There we go, guys. That's how you make a simple box. And this is skills you can bring into GCSE.